Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Youngstown State Dynasty on college football revamped. Today we take on the Marshall Thundering Herd in the battle of the cellar dwellers. And based off the headline, you would think that we're D's and F's across the board, but however, YSU and Marshall, we have C's across the board. In fact, exact ratings C on overall and offense, C+ on defense. Marshall has more points per game, better in total offense, better in rushing offense, and also better in total defense. However, we have the edge in pass offense with 225.5 yards per game. However, both of our pass defenses are pretty stymie, 181 for us and 195 for Marshall. And on the recruiting side of things, we are 825 points behind athlete Corey Williams. However, we do have the lead for Brent Amos, 405 points above Michigan. We're in first place for John Shelton. We're in fourth place for Michael Richard, the free safety. However, we're currently in the lead for athlete Xavier Smith, Josh Andrews. However, we're in fourth place. Currently in second place for Keith Brown. And since we have a 600-point cushion on Walters, we're going to take away some of his points. Same with Allen Hayden. We are 1,000 points ahead of him, so we're going to decrease some of his points. We're going to give those points to John Shaw, giving him 700. And for Michael Richard, we're going to give him 670. And taking a look at the top stories around the country, Georgia, number 7, Georgia falls 27-6 to South Carolina. So there's a huge upset right there. And another upset, Washington stunned in a nail-biter to Notre Dame. And when you factor in Ohio State's Week 1 loss to Central Michigan, there has been quite a few upsets so far early in this college season. And taking a look at the top 25 polls, Michigan's number 1 ahead of Alabama, USC, Clemson, and Penn State. Florida State, Texas, Tennessee, LSU, and Utah round out the top 10. Ohio State at 20 with Texas A&M at 21, followed by South Carolina, Notre Dame, UCLA, and UTSA. As we see, Oklahoma, Tulane, and Iowa have dropped out. However, back to our matchup against Marshall. As you can see, Lee Corso is picking Youngstown State in the battle of the cellar dwellers. However, with seats across the board, this is more looking like the battle of the mid. And looking at the team leaders offensively for Marshall, not a lot stands out other than the running back Ali, 218 yards on 25 carries, 8.7 average, and 109 yards per game. Gibson leads the way with 11 tackles and 4 sacks. For YSU, we have the better passer, better receiver. Their running back has a few more yards than we do. Defensively, however, it looks pretty much the same. And interesting enough, we have identical ratings across the board in overall, offense, and defense. And for this game, we're going to be wearing our white jerseys, red pants, and black socks and shoes. For Marshall, they're just going to be wearing their original home uniforms. And I had to restart this game at 3 separate times because NCAA 14 seems to be in love with rain games. However, rain games tend to crash more often on RPCS3. I already had the game crash on me once at the start of the second half, so this is my second time playing this game. And hopefully, no crashing this time. And we have 2 lockdown defenses going at it. Marshall allows more pass yards. We allow more rushing yards. They have 3 sacks compared to our 1. However, we have 1 interception while they have 0. Marshall wins the coin toss. They'll defer to the second half, so YSU will get the ball first. Max Tomczak on the return. He's heading upfield. Does a nice little juke right. He's tackled at about the 21, a 20-yard return for YSU. 2nd and 1. We're going to hand it off to Tyshawn King. He's going to head upfield for a gain of 6. 1st and 10 out of the shotgun. Mitch Davidson with the play action fake. He's going to throw it to Fordham, who's wide open, and he heads upfield. Latrell Fordham with a 29-yard reception on the play. A great play fake, a great throw by Mitch Davidson. Finds Latrell Fordham right between the 2 defenders, and he heads upfield. Solid play for YSU. On the next play, we're going to give it to Latrell Fordham on the end around. Not much speed, though, as he only gets 3 yards on the rush. 2nd and 7. 3rd and 7, empty back set. Mitch Davidson back to pass, throws downfield, and he has Bryce Oliver, who makes the incredible diving catch. 25 yards on the play. Let's take a look at that catch yet again. Bryce Oliver reaching out for it. Gets the play. 1st and goal, YSU. On the ensuing play, Mitch Davidson hands it off to Tyshawn King. Cuts up the middle. Wide open space in the end zone for the touchdown. Tyshawn King puts YSU on the board first. And Tyshawn King, with his great awareness, sees the blocking lane open up. Makes the cut. No one in there to stop him. And he's in for the touchdown. Kick is up and the kick is good. YSU up 7-0 on Marshall. What a start for YSU. And the season of upsets continue as UCF knocks off number 5 Penn State 35-28. What a season for upsets so far. And not only that, but Georgia Southern knocks off number 13 Kansas State 34-31. The MAC conference pulling off upsets with Central Michigan defeating Ohio State and now Georgia Southern defeating Kansas State. 1st and 10 for Marshall. Fancher back to pass, a left-handed quarterback. He's going to throw and he has Conley open. Hooker misses the tackle, but Augustin's there to pick it up. 𝗀𝗏𝗄𝐿, 15-yard reception. 1st and 10, Cam Fancher back to pass. Instead, he's going to go upfield and run with it, and he's going to get tackled. However, he gets 11 yards on the rush. 1st and 10, Marshall. Going to take some advice from 𝗳𝗏𝗆𝗆, who commented, try using conservative tackling next time so your guys don't miss so many tackles. Fancher's going to hand it off to Ali, who goes left, and he's going to get tackled. Gets 2 yards on the play. Conservative tackling helped right there for sure. 2nd and 8. Fancher back to pass, looks, throws, finds Coombs, and he's going to get tackled. Gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Marshall. 1st and 10. Fancher going to hand it off to Ali, who heads upfield and plows over Devin Johnson. He's going to get a gain of 7 on the play. 3rd and 5. Fancher back to pass, looks, throws left, and he will find Simmons, who gets his feet down. 7-yard reception on the play. 1st and 10. Another 3rd down. Fancher back to pass, looks, throws, and it's going to be incomplete. 4th down. YSU gets the stop. Marshall was running the ball down the field on them. However, YSU came through in the clutch on defense. It's now going to be 4th down and 10. The kick is up and the kick is good. Marshall gets 3 points on the board. A solid stop for YSU there. On the ensuing possession, 1st and 10, Mitch Davison looks, throws, and he'll find CJ Charleston, 11 yards on the play. 1st down for YSU. Now in the 2nd quarter, 3rd and long for YSU. Davidson's changing the play at the line. He has Tomczak in the backfield. King goes out. Davidson back to pass. He looks, he'll find Max Tomczak for the 1st down, a gain of 18 on the play. And that's 4+ 3rd down conversions for YSU. Youngstown State in their hurry-up offense as they head back to the line quickly. Mitch Davison in the backfield with Tyshawn King. Takes the snap, looks, he'll find Bryce Oliver on the wide receiver screen. He gets the 1st down and more. 1st and goal, Youngstown State. Bryce Oliver with the 16-yard reception off the wide receiver screen. Mitch Davison now 7 of 10 for 111 yards. And Youngstown State again in the red zone. 2nd and goal, Mitch Davison back to pass, throws. He'll find Latrell Fordham, who just walks into the end zone and gets a late hit afterwards. However, Youngstown State takes the lead 13-3 depending the extra point. Mitch Davison finds Latrell Fordham on the bubble screen, as we see right here, just walks right into the end zone. Perfect play to call in the red zone as YSU, pending the extra point, will take the lead 14-3. The kick is up and the kick is good. 13 plays, 65 yards in just 2 minutes and 53 seconds. 3rd and 10, Fancher with the play fake. He's going to throw and find Simmons for a gain of 15. 1st down, Marshall. Fancher's going to hand it off to Ali, who cuts upfield, and he has wide open space. He breaks the tackle, breaks another tackle, but he's finally going to get taken down after a gain of 22. 2nd and 2, Fancher hands it off to Ali yet again, and he's heading upfield. Gain of 11, another 1st down for Marshall. And Rasheen Ali been pretty productive so far with 9 carries for 58 yards, a 6.4 average. Marshall's been in the red zone just once, and they got a field goal off of it. Fancher's going to hand it off to Payne, and he's going to head upfield, break a tackle. 1st and goal, Marshall. 2nd and goal, to hand off to Payne. He's going to walk in for the touchdown. Marshall finally gets on the board with a touchdown, cutting the lead down to 14-10, pending the extra point. The kick is up and the kick is good. Marshall gets on the board with the touchdown by Payne. Youngstown State looking to respond with just under 5 minutes left to go in the half. YSU and Marshall trade 3 and outs. It's 1st and 10. Mitch Davison back to pass, rolls right. He's going to throw and find Max Tomczak wide open on the play. He gets knocked out of bounds. 1st and 10 for YSU. 3rd and 10. Davidson back to pass, looking. He's going to throw for Oliver, and it's going to be incomplete. Mika Abraham with the pass deflection, and it's going to be 4th down for YSU. And we are heading in the half up 14-10. Youngstown State couldn't get anything going on the last 2 drives. However, their defense stepped up and also prevented Marshall from getting anything done as well. 14-10 halftime. And they look at the first half stats. YSU 155 passing yards, Marshall with 59. However, Marshall has the more rushing yards with 113 yards compared to our 52. They also lead us in time of possession, 826 to 734. However, both teams playing clean football, no turnovers thus far. 3rd and 11, Ali takes the handoff, but he's going to get stuffed in the backfield by Anthony Johnson. Loss of 2 on the play, and YSU forces a 3 and out to start the second half. 2nd and 5, Davison with the handoff to Tyshawn King. He's going to cut upfield, makes a juke, and he's going to get tackled out of bounds. 9 yards on the play. 1st and 10 YSU. Tyshawn King, 57 yards on 10 carries and a touchdown. 2nd and 8, we're going to go with the halfback counter to 𝗨𝗏𝗂 King. He's going to cut upfield yet again for another first down. 78 rushing yards for YSU, 67 of those yards credited to 𝗨𝗏𝗂 King. 3rd and 16 after the false start. Davidson back to pass. He's going to roll right, and he's going to throw at the nick of time to 𝗧𝗏𝗆. What a play. 21 yards on the reception for 𝗧𝗏𝗆. And Mitch Davidson rolled right and just got that ball out in the nick of time before being tripped up in the 3rd down conversion for YSU. 2nd and 8, Mitch Davidson back to pass, throws in tight coverage, but Brandon Alexander, the freshman, makes the reception. Going to be 1st and goal. YSU in their hurry-up offense, 1st and goal. Davidson back to pass, throws, and he finds 𝗧𝗏𝗆 on the wide receiver screen for the touchdown. Mitch Davidson's 2nd touchdown pass of the day, and YSU will take a 21-10 lead pending the extra point. That wide receiver screen is so deadly, especially in the red zone. 3rd and 8, Marshall has just been running down the field on his Fancher back to pass. He looks, he can't find anyone. He's going to step up into a sack by Devin Lee. 4th and 12, YSU with the clutch stop on defense. 4th and 12, and Marshall's going for it. Fancher back to pass. He's looking, he's going to find McMillan, and he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. Marcus Hooker and Devin Johnson combine on the tackle and stop him just short of the 1st down. YSU will take over. We're now in the 4th quarter. It's 3rd and 10. Fancher back to pass. He's looking, he's going to throw it and find Simmons wide open for the 1st down. 4th and 6, Marshall's going to be going for it. Fancher back to pass. He throws, he's going to find Montgomery. He's going to break a tackle and head out of bounds. Marshall converts on the 4th down play. 1st and 10, Fancher back to the pass. He's going to throw, and he's going to find Conley. He's going to get knocked out of bounds at about the 2 or the 1 yard line. And Devin Johnson with the touchdown saving tackle on Conley. However, it's going to be 1st and goal. On the ensuing play, Rasheen Ali is going to take it into the end zone for the touchdown. And Marshall has cut into this YSU lead. I expect them to go for the 2-point conversion to trim that lead down to 3. And that's exactly what Marshall is going to do. Fancher back to the pass. He's going to throw, and he's going to find Simmons in the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good. And Marshall cutting into the YSU lead. Youngstown State now up just 3. And YSU has not gotten a 1st down in the last 2 drives. Looking to turn that around here with the wide receiver screen to 𝗧𝗏𝗆. And they are going to get that 1st down. And it has been the lack of 1st downs that allowed Marshall to come back into this game. However, after the 1st down, Mitch Davidson back to pass. He's going to find Jake Benio, the tight end, and another Penguin 1st down. They're starting to move the ball at the right time with just over 5 minutes left to go in the game. 2nd and 3, Davidson hands it off to 𝗨𝗏𝗂 King, goes up the middle, and he's going to get another Penguin 1st down. YSU now moving the ball. 1st and 10, Mitch Davidson with the play fake. He's going to roll right. Throws deep, and he'll find 𝗧𝗏𝗆 in the end zone for the touchdown. 𝗧𝗏𝗆's 2nd touchdown reception of the day. Mitch Davidson's 3rd touchdown pass of the day. And YSU extends their lead up to 10, 28-18, pending the extra point. On the ensuing possession, 4th down and 4. Fancher's going to throw. He's going to find Conley, but he's going to get stopped behind the line, and that's a turnover on downs. Marshall has burned all 3 of their 2nd half timeouts, and with just 1:15 left in the game, all YSU needs to do is run that ball and drain that clock, and we can walk out of here with a victory. However, we're not going to do that, as Mitch Davidson's going to throw and find a wide open Jake Benio for the touchdown. Davidson's 4th touchdown pass of the day, and YSU has run up the score on Marshall 35-18, pending the extra point. And Marshall must have taken offense to me running up the score, because they're going to answer right back with a touchdown of their own with 6 seconds left in the game. YSU now up 35-24. And we are going to take the knee and get that 10 XP, as Youngstown State will pick up the victory over Marshall 35-25. And the Battle of Mid was a lot better than most expected, as YSU comes into Marshall and comes away with the victory 35-25. Mitch Davidson, 277 yards passing on the day, 4 touchdowns. Youngstown State improves their record to 2-1, while Marshall drops down to 1-2. YSU had control of this game up until the 3rd quarter, where they couldn't seem to find a 1st down for 3 consecutive drives, which allowed Marshall to get back into the game. However, when it was crunch time, YSU was marching down the field, picking up 4 1st downs on the drive and capping it off with a touchdown pass to 𝗧𝗏𝗆. Then on the next drive, we threw another touchdown pass to 𝗳𝗍𝗍 to increase the lead. A very solid outing from Mitch Davidson, 4 touchdown passes on the day. Bryce Oliver bringing in 2 of those touchdown passes. Latrell Fordham and 𝗳𝗍𝗍 each bringing in a touchdown reception. Tyshawn King with over 100 yards rushing and a rushing touchdown as well. All around, a terrific performance from YSU offensively. Defensively, we cleaned up a lot of the mistakes that we had in the previous game. Not as many missed tackles. We got a lot of tackles for losses, a couple sacks as well. And we almost had 2 interceptions. Taking a look at the team stats, YSU with the win, 35-25. Youngstown State had 22 first downs compared to Marshall's 20. 413 total yards of offense for YSU compared to 382 for Marshall. Comparable stats on the ground, 136 yards off 30 carries for YSU, 132 off 34 carries for Marshall. However, they had the 3 rushing touchdowns, 277 yards passing on the day for YSU, 250 yards passing from Marshall, 6 of 10 on third downs, while Marshall was 7 of 13. 4th down conversions, 1 for 1 for YSU, 1 for 3 for Marshall. In the time of possession, Youngstown State edged out Marshall 16-12 to 15-48. Quarterback Mitch Davidson had a hell of a game, 21 of 33, 277 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, a quarterback rating of 174.1. Tyshawn King on the ground, 23 carries, 125 yards, and a touchdown with a 5.4 yards per carry. As you see, Dre Rushton and 𝗳𝗍𝗍𝗍 also got some rushes along with Latrell Fordham and Bryce Oliver. Receiving, Bryce Oliver, 9 catches, 124 yards, 2 touchdowns. Latrell Fordham and 𝗳𝗍𝗍𝗍 also bringing in a touchdown as well. Defensively, Marcus Hooker, Devin Johnson, and Alex Howard led the way with 7 tackles. Devin Lee had 2 sacks on the day. A solid victory for Bob Stoops and the Youngstown State Penguins. And following the bye week, we'll be taking on the 1-2 James Madison Dukes, where we will have 3 recruits visiting defensive ends Keith Brown and Alan Hayden, as well as defensive tackle Nathan Jack. And Lee Corso is picking James Madison despite the fact that we lead in 7 out of the 8 categories for stats. However, I don't mind being the underdog as it gives me the extra motivation to get the victory. But that's going to do it for this episode. If you guys did enjoy it, smash that like button. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button and turn that post notification bell on so you don't miss out on more of the YSU Dynasty here on GCSN. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is GamingCube. You're watching GamingCube Sports Network, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Much love, take care, and peace.